You slept 8 hours last night, maybe even 9. You've tried the supplements, the sleep hygiene, the fancy mattress, and yet you wake up exhausted. You drag yourself through the day. You collapse on the couch by 7 p.m., wondering what's wrong with you. Here's the thing. You're not physically tired, you're mentally drowning, and no amount of sleep will fix a problem that isn't about rest. The exhaustion you feel has a source, and once you see it clearly, you'll understand why some people seem to have endless energy while you're running on empty. It's not genetics, it's not caffeine. It's something far more fixable than that. Let's talk about where your energy is actually going. Think about your average day. How much of it do you spend doing things? And how much do you spend thinking about doing things? Worrying about things you haven't done? Rehearsing conversations that might happen? Replaying moments that already passed? Planning tasks you never start? This is the leak. This is where your energy disappears. Your brain doesn't know the difference between doing something and vividly imagining doing something. When you spend an hour dreading a difficult email, your body responds as if you wrote 50 emails. The stress hormones fire, the mental resources drain, and you haven't actually accomplished anything. You're exhausted because you're living everything twice, once in your head, once in reality, sometimes 3 or 4 times in your head before reality even shows up. And here's what makes it worse. The things you resist are the things that drain you most. That task you've been avoiding for 2 weeks, it's been taking energy from you every single day, not when you do it, while you don't do it. There's a name for this. It's called open loops. Every incomplete task, every unmade decision, everything you're putting off sits in your brain like a browser tab running in the background. 1 tab is fine. 50 tabs will crash the system. Most tired people don't have too much to do. They have too much that's undone, and their mind won't let them forget it. A philosopher named Seneca noticed this 2,000 years ago. He watched the wealthy elites of Rome complain constantly about being busy and exhausted. These people had slaves doing their actual work. They had more leisure time than almost anyone in history, and they were still burned out. His diagnosis was brutal. They weren't tired from working, they were tired from never being where they were, always mentally somewhere else, always divided, always carrying the weight of tomorrow while standing in today. He said that true rest isn't about doing nothing. It's about being fully present in whatever you're doing, and most people have never experienced that for more than a few seconds at a time. Think about the last time you felt genuinely energized. I bet you weren't multitasking. I bet you weren't half-focused on your phone. You were probably doing one thing completely, lost in it. Time disappeared. And when you finished, you felt more alive, not less. That's not a coincidence. That's how humans are supposed to operate. Single focus, full presence, complete engagement. But modern life trains us to do the opposite. We eat while scrolling. We work while worrying. We rest while planning. We're never fully anywhere. And then we wonder why we're exhausted. Here's another thing stealing your energy that nobody talks about: pretending. Every day you perform. You smile when you don't feel like smiling. You say yes when you mean no. You act interested in conversations that bore you. You pretend to be okay when you're falling apart. This costs something. Every interaction where you're not being yourself requires energy to maintain the mask. And if you spend 8 hours at a job where you can't be authentic, you're not just working. You're acting for 8 hours in a role you never auditioned for. No wonder you come home empty. The most energized people you know probably share one trait. They've stopped performing. They've given themselves permission to be the same person in every room. That alignment between who you are inside and who you show outside isn't just good for your soul. It's good for your energy levels. Authenticity is efficient. Pretending is exhausting. Now let's talk about decisions. The average person makes thousands of choices every day. What to wear, what to eat, how to respond to that message, whether to speak up in the meeting. Each one costs something. There's a term for this: decision fatigue. Your willpower and decision-making ability draw from the same tank, and every choice drains it a little more. By evening, the tank is empty. That's why you can resist junk food all day and then destroy a bag of chips at 10 p.m. It's not weakness, it's depletion. The most productive people figured this out. They reduced decisions wherever possible. Same breakfast every day, same workout routine, same morning sequence. Not because they're boring, because they're protecting their energy for the choices that actually matter. Look at your own life. How many decisions are you making that don't need to be made? How many tiny choices could you automate or eliminate entirely? Every one you remove is energy you get back. Here's what I want you to try. Pick one day this week, just one, and practice being where you are. When you eat breakfast, just eat breakfast. No phone, no email, just food and whatever's in front of you. When you work, close the extra tabs, silence the notifications, do one thing until it's done, then do the next thing. When you're with someone, be with them. Not half there while your mind is somewhere else. Actually there, listening, present. You'll feel strange at first, restless, like you should be doing more. That feeling is withdrawal. Your brain is addicted to distraction. It will take time to adjust. But by the end of that day, something will be different. You won't have done more than usual. You might have done less, but you'll feel less drained because you stopped living everything twice. And here's the deeper shift. Start closing your open loops, not all at once, just one per day. That email you've been avoiding, send it. It'll take 4 minutes. That decision you keep postponing, make it. Right or wrong, a made decision weighs nothing. An unmade one weighs a ton. The goal isn't to do more, it's to carry less. One more thing, give yourself permission to stop performing. Not everywhere, not all at once, but find one relationship, one space, 1 hour a day where you don't have to be anyone other than who you actually are. That hour will recharge you more than any nap ever could. Your exhaustion is real. I'm not dismissing it, but the solution isn't more sleep. It's less leakage, fewer open loops, fewer unmade decisions, fewer masks to maintain, more presence, more completion, more alignment between who you are and how you live. You have more energy than you think. You're just spending it in places you never agreed to. Take it back. Not tomorrow, today. Because the tiredness you feel isn't a sign that you need more rest. It's a sign that you need more presence. And that's something no amount of sleep can give you. But you can give it to yourself, starting right now.